हेमाय शविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमस्ते। चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we are reading from the book Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Yesterday we read till here that persons who are thoroughly cleansed by the devotional service, they are always joyful, they are situated in elevated consciousness, they are very much attached to studying Srimad Bhagavatam, they are always cheerful in the association of devotees. Not that when we are in the association of devotees and where Krishna Katha is going on and they start thinking, Arey, again we started the same thing. Not like that. So they are always cheerful in association of devotees. Vaishnavas, just by the presence of Vaishnavas, seeing the Vaishnavas, they feel very happy. And if somebody does not feel happy by the darshan of Vaishnavas, by the association of Vaishnavas, then that is Vaishnava Aparadh. So such persons who are cleansed by devotional service, they feel very cheerful in the association of devotees. They have accepted the lotus feet of Krishna as the ultimate shelter of their lives and who are pleased to perform all the details of devotional service. Such devotees have in their pure hearts, such devotees have pure hearts. Their heart is very pure. So what do they experience? They have the transcendental ecstasy of attachment, which has been developed through old and new reformatory practices. That ecstatic state of being enriched with the love of Krishna and transcendental experience gradually develops into mature bliss of spiritual life. Tasting such spiritual bliss is not possible for those who are not situated in Krishna consciousness and devotional service. So for persons who are not situated in Krishna consciousness, who are not engaged in devotional service, for them it is not possible to experience or taste such bliss. This fact is further corroborated in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 2.5.131, where it is said, it is very difficult for the non-devotee to understand the taste of devotional service. Non-devotees, when they see that somebody is reading Srimad Bhagavatam for hours, they feel, अरे क्या उनको मजा आ रहा है ये इसमें पढ़ने में. Or when they see that somebody is dancing in kirtan and enjoying, sometimes they're crying, sometimes laughing, sometimes jumping, the non-devotees think, "Arey, what is this? All natak." Non-devotees start thinking like that. Or when somebody says that no, I don't take anything other than Krishna Prasad, the non-devotees think, "Arey, bewakoof hai." Such tasty foodstuffs are kept here, and this person is saying he does not want to eat what Krishna Prasad. So non-devotees, they will not be able to appreciate all these things. It is very difficult for the non-devotee to understand the taste of devotional service. Only a devotee who is engaged in devotional service, who is situated in Krishna consciousness, will really know what is this taste, what is the spiritual bliss. Only it is possible for them only to understand the taste. Nobody else can understand. Only one who has completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna and whose life is merged in the ocean of devotional service can understand this transcendental pleasure. So, one who has taken complete shelter when there is some very uh, um, some situations, something very nice happens, the devotee is knows that this is causeless mercy of Krishna. When something in our material understanding, something not so good happens, the devotee knows that this is mercy of Krishna. Everything is mercy of Krishna because the devotee has taken complete shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. The devotee never questions when some bad thing happens, oh, why this is happening? Why should it happen to me? Or now I have to look for some other methods to save myself, to help myself in this situation. They don't run after others. They don't run behind finding solutions leaving Krishna aside. They know that everything is mercy of Krishna. Yes, whatever is needed to be done will be done. If there is a health crisis, then of course one has to take care of their health because this body is meant to serve Krishna. If there is a financial crisis, of course, whatever is required we will do. But the devotee never tries to um, overdo something. If a devotee has a job, the devotee never says that I want to work overtime because I want more money. No, he is happy with whatever they are earning. But non devotees, it reminds me of an incident. Once a devotee asked a person that see, we have these nice kirtan programs in our Sunday feast uh, programs in the temple, why don't you come? So this person said, Arey, I don't have time, I'm so busy, I just don't have time. Oh, okay, okay, no problem. Yeah. Then suddenly, this same person was speaking to another colleague in the office that I heard that so and so person is earning 2x amount by doing some overtime. So I'm also thinking of doing this overtime. So this devotee was shocked that, Arey, just now I asked him to come to the temple for the Kirtan program and he said, oh, he does not have time. But he wants to do overtime because to earn that 2x. So this is the difference. This is the difference in mindset, in thinking, in our consciousness of a devotee and a non-devotee. A devotee will always think, if I have time, how can I engage in some devotional service? How can I want to go to the temple. Okay, let me read Srimad Bhagavatam, or let me listen to a nice class. This is how devotees will think. And non-devotees, for any Krishna conscious activity or devotional service, they don't have time. But for everything else, they have lot of time. so this is so it is very difficult for the non-devotee to understand the taste of devotional service. Only one who has completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and whose life is merged in the ocean of devotional service can understand this transcendental pleasure. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thus briefly explained the transcendental situation, the spiritual relish of life, which he called the fifth stage of perfection. The first stage of perfection is to become a religious man in the ordinary sense. Ordinary sense, religious man. That, okay, this man is religious, believes that there is a higher power. So, in ordinary sense, becoming religious. This is the first stage of perfection, that accepting that there is a higher power. Then, the second stage of perfection is to become materially rich. So, that means to have sufficient finance. Third stage of perfection is the attainment of complete sense enjoyment. Now we have finance, so now whatever sense enjoyment, whatever is required, our basic needs, so we should have full sense enjoyment. That is third stage of perfection. Fourth stage of perfection is liberation. Okay, now we have some religious belief that yes, there is a higher power. Then we have done our labor and hard work to earn sufficient finance. With that money, we have also made sure that we have complete sense enjoyment of this material world, so that we don't miss out on eating, sleeping, mating, defending. And the fourth stage of perfection, that now, okay, we have done all these things, so now liberation. So now let us focus that how can we come out of this cycle. So these are the in the material world, these are the four stages of perfection: artha, kama, moksha. Sorry, this dharma, artha, kama, moksha. But Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that transcendental situation, spiritual relish of life, that is the fifth stage of perfection, spiritual relish of life, transcendental situation. This is the fifth stage. It is beyond this material four stages. And what is that? Above liberation, above this mukti, bhukti and mukti, above liberation are those in the fifth stage of perfection, those who are established in Krishna consciousness or devotional service to the Lord, already liberated. So the persons, the devotees who are fixed in Krishna consciousness, they are in the fifth stage of life. And what is Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying? They are already liberated. Devotees who reach the highest perfection of devotional service in Krishna consciousness, they experience the taste of ecstasy of spiritual relish. So we'll pause here for today, and Krishna willing, we'll continue reading from tomorrow. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for kind association. We'll pause here for today. Vanchakalpatru, Yashcha, Kripa Sindhu, पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, जगत गुरु
जय
प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री
जय जय
महाराज की जय, निताय गौर
जय
प्रेमानंद, हरि हरि बोल।
हरि हरि श्यामा करुणामय